So I've watched so many videos on the Huawei Watch GT Pro, and I'm certain that it's the watch for me. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I actually bought one. Hey everybody, my name's Aidan, this is Everyday Tech. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Don't forget, subscribe and turn on that notification icon. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome. I hope you enjoy. And don't forget, hit that like button. So I've been using this watch for about a week now, and it's actually not too bad. Now, when I was researching, a lot of the videos that I was looking at were the same repetitive videos. It was just telling you the same old specs that you get out of the box that are on the Huawei website. And this video's slightly different. It's actually going to talk to you more about some of the little annoyances that I'm not overly keen on or that annoy me, but also some of the little gems which you probably don't even know about or you may find useful. So let's start with the positives. The first thing is, and one of the biggest selling points for me getting this watch, is the battery life. It actually does do around 2 weeks. Now, I know I've only had it a week, but I've used less than 50% while I've had this watch. Now, you have to bear in mind that when you first get a smartwatch, the first few days, you're actually going to be quite a heavy user because the screen's going to be on more often. You're going to be looking at all the different settings. You're going to be playing with all the faces. You're going to be trying out the SpO2 or the blood oxygen level monitor. You're going to be checking your heartbeat every 30 seconds going, oh, it's gone up a couple of beats. Yeah, brilliant. So the fact that I've had it about a week and it's used less than 50% is really a testament to the battery life in here. So moving across, another positive, but sticking along the lines of the battery, is actually the charging cradle. So the GT2 Pro actually uses a magnetic charging cradle, which sits lovely underneath the watch. It's a really strong magnet. It makes a really good connection. But what I really love about it is that the cradle itself doesn't have a wire attach. It actually takes a Type-C charger, which means if you already use a Type-C charger, which most people do, I have one by my sofa, I have one by my bed. I don't need another plug, another wire, just training everywhere. I can just plug my Type-C charger from my phone into the cradle and put my watch on charge. Now, another cool thing is the user interface. It's really simple to use. It's not that difficult, but it's also not that intuitive. Now, you just press your top button, it can activate the screen. You press it again and you can have all of your settings that you need to access. Now, the bottom button doesn't actually do much. You can actually just have that programmed to take you to your most used settings if you want. So for example, if you scroll all the way to the bottom and you go to settings, you can go to down button. Once you select down button, you can choose whatever you want the down button to take you straight to, rather than going through all the different settings. For me, I actually do use the workout mode because I do go to the gym. Believe it or not, I actually do go to the gym. So I select workout. So when I press the bottom button, it takes me to my workout mode. So I can easily access those settings straight from that button. Which also leads us to the exercise settings, and my God, there are a lot of them. I mean, there really is a lot, because if it's not on here, then you're probably doing a random exercise that nobody's ever heard of. And this even lists jazz dance as an exercise. I've never even heard of jazz dance. I've no idea what it is, but it sounds kind of interesting and a bit of me wants to find out. But it has just about everything. And there's so much you can do. Now, a lot of the things will need GPS and you can't activate them. You can do indoor cycling, outdoor cycling. If you choose cycling, then you will need to be outdoors. But you can use, well, indoor cycle, and you can press start and it will be just take your health and fitness tracker readings, have them on the watch, which you then can read on the app on the phone, which is absolutely fantastic. That also leads us to the actual app. The app is really, really simple. It's nice and easy. As you can see here, I've actually done my nearly 10,000 steps per day. It logs your exercise records. So this is me for today. I've actually been on a cross trainer row machine, done some weights. I did a 5-minute warm up on a walking machine, and this was actually from yesterday. But yeah, it keeps a record of everything. You've got your heartbeat, so this is when I was at the gym a few hours ago. You can have your weight, your sleep. Now this is another thing that I find really useful. It actually monitors your sleep really accurately. So it knows when you go to sleep and it knows when you get up. And sometimes I have to get up maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to take the cat downstairs, and it actually recognizes when I'm awake, even if it is just for a few minutes. And the cool thing is, when you are looking at this app, it tells you what kind of sleep you've had, whether you've had deep sleep, light sleep, or REM sleep. And this is where it gets really interesting with the Huawei app. It'll tell you how much sleep you've had, whether it's normal or low. Now, it says here that my deep sleep continuity is low. And if I select it, it'll actually explain to you what is deep sleep continuity and how you can increase your deep sleep continuity. These sorts of explanations are absolutely fantastic. This is what you need, because it's no good having an app that just says you need to do this and without telling you how or why. The fact that it does have these explanations is a really, really big positive. And the cool thing is, with the workout modes, quite a few of them, such as running, cross trainer, rowing, it has an auto detect workout mode. So whereas I can activate a workout mode, so if I'm doing some weights, I can turn it on and it will count the calories that I'm burning and my beats per minute and my heartbeats, things like that. Well, if I get on a cross trainer or a row machine and I just start using it, about 30 to 40 seconds after I start using it, it'll actually say, you're using a cross trainer, is this correct? And you can go yes, or it'll just start recording it anyway. Absolutely fantastic, really useful, and it's one of those things where if you haven't got the time or you know what you're going to do, just let the auto detect figure out what it wants to do. And then you've got something that's really quite insignificant but can be really useful. If you actually turn on your phone, bring it down, and you can got your Find My Phone. Now, I've actually used this once when I was at home. I put my phone down somewhere and I didn't know where it was, and my phone was on silent, so there was no good ringing it. But if you press it, oh, the screen's gone off.
I'm here. I'm here.
How cool is that? It'll automatically say really loud, I'm here, in a really creepy voice. But this is great. If you're in a gym, if you're at home, you can't find your phone, regardless of if it's on silent, it will activate. I find that really useful. Now we come to watch faces. Now, watch faces are really interesting. The one I've got is a sports kind of setup, and it looks really nice. And you've got your battery percent level. You can have your heartbeat, well, your BPM, your step calories, and your stress levels. But if you press and hold the screen, if I can just do that, you can actually change the watch faces. And the cool thing is you don't actually have to have this particular watch face. You can select different settings with a lot of the faces. So you can have, this one has all different time zones, which is absolutely fantastic. Some of them don't have a settings button, so it can't be changed. But others do. And the cool thing is, if you want to go in and change them, so here, you can change these 3 dials just here. So you got your battery, your activity monitor, and whatever that is, a stopwatch of some sorts. You can go in and you can customize what you want to see. So you can actually see your air pressure, altitude, battery, which is what it's selecting, or hours active, or activity, which is the stopwatch, or any of these things. I mean, you can actually have it as no data. But if we just select sleep, it'll tell you how much sleep you've had that day. So it tells me I had 7 hours 30 minutes. I love the fact that these are customizable. That is really, really handy. So voila, there it is. And you've pretty much got all that you need to see on these screens. Now, if you're not happy with the amount of faces you have on the watch, you can go on the Huawei app. And let's find it. And you can go to the devices and select watch faces. And there are so many to choose from. There are absolutely loads. And you can just install them onto the watch. And the cool thing is when you install one onto the watch, you can actually remove some of the ones on the watch, so it's not taking up vital storage on the watch. So now we're going to talk about a few of the things that actually annoy me. And one of the things is actually notifications on the actual watch. You can get notifications if you just swipe up. You can get messages, emails. You can actually choose what notifications you receive on the app, which is really, really useful. But it's limited in its functionality. For example, I've got one from, GOG.com, with regards to gaming, and you can select it, but this is all you get. You actually don't get the actual email, you just get the title of the email to say that you've got an email. Then you've got WhatsApp. Now, you can receive WhatsApp messages, you cannot reply to them, and you cannot receive pictures. This one was a 6-second video sent from a friend. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually tell me who it's from, because the title on the top is the group name chat, and it doesn't actually tell me. And then you can just clear them when you're finished, and it's done. So very limited. Very frustrating that you can't actually read your emails. You can't see pictures when people send them to you. I can live with the fact that I can't reply, but what is the point of receiving a notification if you can't read the message? It's kind of pointless. So moving along, we're going to talk about making and receiving calls. Now, you can take calls on this watch as long as you have your phone with you. But making calls is something different. You actually have to import people's phone numbers to the actual watch, which is kind of, again, pointless. I really wish you should be able to access the address book in your phone from your watch. And what's even worse is that you can only have 10 phone numbers in there. So you can call and, receive and make calls, but you can only have 10 phone numbers. And your phone does have to be here. It's not just something that can just make calls on its own. So yeah, I find that really, really frustrating, because when you have your headphones in and you're at the gym and you receive a call, yeah, you can answer and you can come through the headphones, fantastic. I'm not going to be making calls on the actual watch, but it would have been nice to be able to make calls while I've got headphones in, or return calls, but I can't call people if their number is not in my watch. So again, a bit of a frustration, but not the end of the world, but it does kind of grate on me a little bit. Okay, so my next gripe is with music control. So if you swipe right on here, you can get music control. Now, if you press the 3 little digits down here, the little buttons, you can actually control music from your watch or from your phone. Now, to control it from the watch, you actually have to import the music from your device to the watch. Now, you can't do that if you don't own the music. So if it's through a streaming service, now I tend to use Prime Music, it's more than I need, and I can download the music to my device to listen offline, but that music cannot be sent to the device. It's really, really frustrating. So what you can do is you can go to your music settings and you can control the music on the phone, which again is a half decent feature. But all you can do is press play, pause, skip forward, skip back, and you can control the volume level. And something else which is a little annoying, but it can be fixed very easily. If you start a workout, so if you go for indoor run, you can start it Now, if you pause it, you've got a volume button here. Now, I have mine muted because I shall tell you why. When you don't have it muted, if you're at the gym and you go to the workouts, you will actually be one of those annoying people that will be like,
Workout resumed.
workout resumed.
Workout paused.
And then, if you want to end,
Workout ended.
it's really frustrating. And I didn't know it was happening because I had my headphones in listening to music, and every time I started an activity or paused it or ended it, it was going each time. Workout started, workout paused, workout ended. And I didn't realise that people kept looking over at me because I couldn't hear it through the headphones. You don't get it through the headphones, it just comes through the speakers on the watch. So if you do use that, what you have to do is when you start the workout or pause it, you need to press the volume button and you need to bring that right down, or press the bottom button right down to 0. And you're going to want to do that because you don't want to be that guy at the gym. So if you're looking for a smartwatch fitness tracker, I'm going to suggest look elsewhere, because this watch actually isn't too smart. It's kind of smart. It does some things well and other things half-heartedly. So I'm going to say this is a posh fitness tracker. A very good posh fitness tracker, but a posh fitness tracker nonetheless. And for me, this is going to be absolutely fantastic because I wanted something that I could wear day in, day out, regardless of what attire I'm wearing, whether it's a suit, not that I wear suits often, or a t-shirt, or I'm at the gym, that doesn't look out of place. Whereas a fitness tracker will always be a fitness tracker. Not a bad thing, and depending on your needs, they are really affordable and can definitely be something to consider. But if you're looking for something that has more functionality, then go for maybe the TicWatch Pro 3, or there's a the next generation Fossil watch coming out, I believe, in 2021. Those operate Wear OS and they're getting so much better. So if you want smart capabilities, then go for something like that. This is a posh fitness band. It's going to do exactly what I need, but even at the £195 that I paid, it's a lot of money for what it is. Granted, I did get some noise cancelling, Huawei FreeBuds 3i, which I'm actually just going to, I don't know whether to review them or just sell them because I don't actually need them. But I might be able to get £50 for those. So it takes it to £145. Very nice, very pretty watch, but it is just a fancy fitness band. So guys, if you found this useful, then please hit that like button. And if you've really found it useful, and if you haven't already, then consider subscribing to my channel below. And guys, I shall see you next time.